Hello guys, welcome back to Palm Beach PC Services, and today you are once again with Carlo, the computer guy. This is our second video. This is our second video for this channel and second video for this series, Manager Accounting, a free accounting software that we can use for our small businesses. So before I go any further, I would like for you guys to subscribe, like, and share. A little bit about the company. We are located in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. We are an on-site computer service company, which means we go to your home and small businesses. We provide computer support ranging from virus removal all the way to IT services. That's what we do. And if you have any question, you can always reach out to us and we'll be glad to help you. Anyway, Manager Accounting. On the first video, we went to the website and downloaded the software. We installed it and we entered some business details like business name, email. We entered our address and we have logos and tax code. For this video, we're going to do more customization where we're going to be adding more features to Manager. All right. So for this first video, guys, when you install Manager, like in the past, when you install Manager, it would put like an icon to the desktop. For some reason, this new version doesn't do it. You have to manually have your icon on the desktop, or you can also search for it here, Manager, and then you can click on it, or you can pin it to your taskbar. If you pin it to your taskbar, it comes at the bottom. But if you want to have it on the desktop, you click on Start and click on All Apps, and you scroll down to M, letter M, because this is out in alphabetical order, and you hold the left mouse button on it, and then you drag it and dump it to the desktop, and then you would have it like this. After that, you can double click to open it. Okay, Manager opened, and now you can see the business that we created earlier on the first video. We named it Carlo, the computer guy. Also here, you can add more businesses. Let's say you are a bookkeeping company. You can add more business here too by clicking Add Business. You can also remove businesses if you no longer need them. So let's go to Carlo, the computer guy. All right, we are on the main page, so I call it the summary page, where you see your features and you see your balance sheet. You see assets, liability, and equity. And on the right hand side, you see your income, you see your expenses, and your profit and loss. So what we're gonna do, guys, I'm going to add, for instance, one more expense. All right. Let's do this. To add expenses, what you do, click on Settings, and you click on Chart of Accounts. And then from there, here are the list of your expenses, income and expenses. So I'm gonna add a new expense. I'm gonna click on New Account. And in the name section, I'm going to type Professional Services. All right, this is going to be an expense. Since it's going to be an expense, I'm going to, you see here, like where it says uncharacterized, because we haven't put it in a group yet, because you have the two groups, the income and the expenses. So I'm going to click on this drop down arrow, and I'm going to select expenses. And these two fields, I'm going to leave them as default. I'm not going to change anything, and I'm going to select create. Okay, I have the services for in the income. I added the computer services, and I also have sales. What I'm gonna do here, guys, I'm going to rename sales and call it, for instance, sales dash services. Okay, update, and I'm going to remove computer sales, because I don't like it here. Delete it. All right, computer services, I'm going to remove this as well because we have sales services. So delete. All right, so I have these. So the next thing we want to do, guys, we are going to add features. Okay, these are features. So we're going to add more. To add more, you click on customize. Okay, when you click on customize, I want to add banks, right? Bank and cash accounts. I'm going to click on this option here. And I want to add receipts, payment, and I want to add enter account transfers. This means I want to transfer from one bank to another. Okay, everything is done here manually. Okay, and I want to add, we have expense claims. Expense claims means you spend money for the business. Let's say you go on a vacation or you have a business meeting. You spend money, your personal money, your own money, and you can come here and use this to expense it from the business. All right, you can click on here, and we definitely need customers. We click on customers. We click on sales quote. You can do sales orders if you want to. Sales invoice, definitely need that. We want to create a credit note. Credit notes means you want to refund money to your customer. Late payment fees, you can choose that. Billable times means you charge them on an hourly basis. You got suppliers. You want to add suppliers if you have like inventory. You want to add suppliers and purchase orders, purchase quote, and you want to do purchase invoices, and you want to do debit notes. Debit notes means your suppliers, your vendors refunded you or pay you back. Here you can do project. If you're working on special project, you can add this here too. But I want to do inventory, if inventory items and inventory transfers. If you have different location, you can add this. Inventory write-offs means you bought some item for resale, but you are going to use those items or one of the items for like you want to use it for the business instead of selling it. What you can do, you can write it off. Or let's say there's a damage in one of the items, you're gonna throw it away. You can use the inventory write-offs to do that. Then what are we gonna add? If you have employees, you can add employees. I think that's it for this. Okay, once you're done, you click on update. And here, guys, you see all the features that we added. All right. So the next one we want to add banks. Okay. If you have a business, you want to add banks or cash accounts, which I've done. I added 4. I added like Bank of America, PayPal, credit card, Chase, and I added a cash account. So we can also add a new bank or cash. Let's add another one. Let's say I'm going to add Cash App, right? You receive money to Cash App. Okay, we have Cash App. Let's say 05, that's my code. You can add code here if you want to. And you can do create. Okay, once you're done, you click create, or you do create and add another one. Now, let's say if it's a credit card. If it was a credit card instead of Cash App, what you would do, you instead of click on create, you click on create limit. Credit limit. You click on credit limit and you enter your credit limit, like your credit card credit limit, or if it's a loan, the loan number. I mean the amount that the bank gives you, right? Let's say $10,000. Let's say you have $10,000 in limit, you would add it here. Once you're done, you click create or create and add another. But we're not gonna do that. This is a Cash App. We just do create. All right. We created a bank or cash account. So now we have 5. The next thing we want to do, guys, we want to add customers. To add customers, you click on customers and new customers. Let's say we want to, okay, I was playing with this one called Jen Doe. One thing with manager, whatever you were doing, it keeps like a history of what you were doing. So I have manager added. So I'm going to, I have Jen Doe added. I'm gonna click on her, so it's automatically populated. But if you didn't start putting any name, writing any name down, you will need to write them down here and put the address, all the information, and their emails. All right. Also, you can also add their phone number too, You can do 555-325-000. Right? This is like this is not a real number. Right? You can do it this way too, guys. All right. Once you do that, you click on create, and the name is added. So what do we do next? Now, let's say, for instance, the next thing we want to do, okay, the next thing we want to do, let's say, for instance, you made a sale. Let's say in my case, you come to me, I fix your computer, I clean your computer from viruses. So what I would do, if I can create a sales invoice, or I can create a receipt, okay? A sales invoice means, okay, I have an invoice, you haven't paid me, I'm gonna create an invoice, right? But I have something like this, I like to create receipts, and I click on receipts. I'm gonna show you how to create sales invoice. Create receipts, new receipt. Here, I have reference, okay, I have the date. Okay, you can see like your date here. And then the reference here, when you click this checkbox, which means they're gonna give you a reference number automatically instead of you typing it. And paid by, who paid you? Well, I have a customer who paid me, and what's the name of my customer is Jan Doe. And received in, okay, where did I get that money? Well, I mean, how did she pay? Well, that money was, let's say it was cash. I'm just picking cash. It could be either of these. I say cash. What did I do? I would say virus. We say computer virus removal. Okay. On HP laptop. You can put serial number of the computer here, so you can keep track of it. And which account you want this to go to? Well, we had an account called sell something. I mean, sell services. That's, you know, we didn't sell like a tangible item. We only provide services. We click on sell services. And how much money did Jen Doe pay? Let's say she paid me $150. All right. And if she's not on, if she doesn't have a tax exempt, most likely not for the service. So you click on here, tax. Actually, she can have a tax exempt if she's a church or something. You click on like for instance, I click on the tax code, the drop down, and I select my tax exempt. And then I can add more lines if I want to. Like for instance, I can add more lines here, or I can add multiple lines at once. Let's say I want to add 5 lines. I click on the drop down arrow, 5 lines, and you see all these lines. But I don't want that, guys. Let's click the X to remove them. I only need 1 line for this, because you can have I can be doing different things, right? And I click create. Okay, this is the receipt for her because she paid. Now I can email her receipt to email you, or I can print it. I email it, and subject and the description or whatever I want to tell her. All right, and I click send. She would get a copy of this. All right, and the software will tell you too when someone read your email. Okay, we have the receipt done. This is like quick money, you know, get your money quickly. Now, what about an invoice? We can do an invoice too. Just click on sales invoice. Sales invoice a little bit more intuitive. So click on sales invoice, a new sales invoice. Okay, the date, when is it due? I would say in maybe 15 days or whatever date time. Again, I want to do a reference. And who's the customer? Again, Jan Doe, she's a great client. Description, what did I do? I can say hard drive. I don't know, I'm just picking something, guys. Hard drive repair. Am I typing? Okay, and then again, this is the repair. I'm not selling any tangible item. I say sales, service sales. Okay, quantity 1. How much money this time? Let's say $200. And my tax code, I click here, and tax is already automatically created. And I come down here, click create. All right, give it a second. All right, invoice is created. This invoice, this is the reference number that we did. All right, that it gives me a reference automatically. All right, now this is a an invoice. Jane Doe has not paid yet. So what do we do? Let's say we are in the summary page. Let's say we open manager after we create the invoice. This is how it would look like, right? This is the money that we made, right? The money we made. This is our liabilities. Is like the taxes we collected for the government. This is our net profit, $240. So how do we get paid from the invoice? You can go here and you can do two ways. You can go to receipt and get paid, or you can come here into sales invoice, click on view, and then what do? We click on new receipt. Okay, again, date, reference number, who paid you, customer, Jane Doe. Okay, how did you get paid? Let's say she paid you via Zelle, Bank of America. What do? You're like, okay, let's say Zelle payment. I want to put a note. All right, Zelle payment. Now here, I'm not going to change anything because everything is already calculated or defined for me from the invoice. And I click create. Now, this is everything. Now, if you click on sales invoice again, click on this invoice. Now you see paid in full. It's kind of green. Click on it, and it's paid in full. Guys, that's how you do it. So that's the end of this video. Don't forget again to subscribe,